EPS started up, and what we're gonna do in this video is synthesize some sounds without using sampling or loading samples. So first we create a new instrument, and we create a new layer, and we create a new wave sample. So that's the internal square wave that you hear from the EPS-16 Plus, and I'm turning the effects off for now. So yeah, if you look at that square wave, it's a bidirectional loop. It's a 128 samples single cycle loop. So if you loop it forward, you hear a different sound, more like you start to hear the saw wave kind of sound in it. So we're gonna adjust the yeah, it's 128 samples. As you can see, the loop starts at 32, but we're gonna have it start, oops, I gotta choose the wave sample first. We're gonna set the loop start at 18, and then we're gonna set the loop end to about, I think 66 or 64. I think 64. No, it doesn't sound so good. 65, yeah, 66. So there you have like a pulse type of sound, or a saw type of sound, more harmonics, and that's what we need when we want to create some sound. So I'm gonna transpose it down an octave. So here we are now, and I will switch off the routing of the LFO to the mod wheel, so the mod wheel is not affecting the vibrato on the sound, because I want to do something else with the wheel. Okay, we have this sound now, and I like it, but if you listen to it, it's slightly out of tune. That's because we got a really short loop, so we were messing around in the single cycle waveform. So what we're gonna do is resample this waveform. So I'm gonna go command wave and then go to resample with effect, but I turned the effects off. That's why I turned it off. So we're gonna resample to instrument 1, layer 1, wave sample 1. We're gonna resample key G3, and then we're gonna resample that for 1 second. That will be sufficient. So I press enter. I sample the right channel. I don't mind if it's the left channel. There's no difference in it. So I press enter, and it starts resampling. I'm doing nothing here. And now we have this. Watch carefully, because the resampled waves are really loud. So I'm turning down the volume a bit. I like this, so I keep this. And I'm going back to the layer edit, and I'm gonna switch the output. When you resample, it automatically goes to bus 3. I want it on bus 1, and I'm gonna turn down the volume to about 70 because they're really loud. So there we go. The sound is not looped right now, so let's do something about that. Let's go to the sample edit. Oh, hold on. Let's just switch on the auto loop finding first. I find it really handy when working with this type of thing. So, okay, let's go to the first page of the wave edit and set it to loop forward. So, it's looping now, but it doesn't sound so good. So yeah, let's set the loop start to 304 samples and make it as short as possible, the loop as short as possible. So let's go all the way down, and there we find our perfect single cycle loop. And it sounds good to me. So let's adjust the sample end, and let's truncate the sample. And there we go. And now we have a very short loop, very short wave sample. So when we switch off the loop function, you just have this clicking sound, which is a single cycle waveform. So that's all you need right now. So let's put it, let's switch it back on, and let's adjust the sample start to the loop start point. So let's set the sample start point to 304 samples, just to make it neat and tidy. 304, okay, that's good. Let's truncate again, and that's it. So yeah, now we have this sound without any sampling, just by adjusting the square wave. So yeah, let's start doing some editing on this. So we move to the modulation page, and we'll set the loop modulation to loop start X, and the source to LFO. And then we're gonna set the modulation amount to about 62. Yeah, 62. It's a short loop, so we're gonna set the range to 1. So if we go to the LFO page, and let's set the wave to a positive triangle wave, and let's set the speed to 40, the depth to about 7, and I don't want delay on the LFO. I want it to start right away. And what loop start X is doing, it's adjusting the end of the loop, but it keeps the pitch the same. So okay, let's set the speed to 98 and the depth to 7. I want to set the LFO mode to reset on. So now every time I press a key, the LFO starts its cycle on the key down. So alright, that's cool. Let's move to the filter page. So the template I'm going to choose for the filter envelope is going to be all zeros, and I'm going to set the filter cutoff for the first filter to about 60, actually on 60, and for the second filter on 59, just to give it a bit of difference. And we move to the next page. The envelope amount, I'm going to set it to full, so plus 99, so the envelope is affecting the filter fully. The keyboard amount, I'm going to set it to about 26, and for the second filter I'm going to set it to 33. So the higher I play on the keyboard, the more it opens the filter. So now let's set the amp envelope also to a template called full on, and I'm going to adjust the release time so to 60, so my sound right now has a nice little tail to work with. I'm gonna make a pad. So okay, let's set the hard levels for the filter envelope, and let's set level 2 to around 36. Let's set level 3 to 27, level 4 to 16, and level 5 to yeah, 10. That's fine. So we keep the soft level all on 0, and now we're gonna shape it by adjusting the times. I want it to have a slow attack, so the sound fades in. So let's set it to 56, and then the second time let's set it to 30, third time 3, let's set it to 10, time 4, let's set it to 10, and let's give it a long release on the filter, 82, and this is what you get. Okay, switch on the effects and use the 44 kilohertz delays. That's how you create sounds without sampling with the EPS-16 Plus.